Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name's Larry, and this is kind of a continuation of something that I started about 4 days ago. I went ahead and I took it was a volume knob, a white volume knob, and I took some coffee grounds and I scuffed up the knob a little bit, threw the coffee grounds in a bowl, put the knob in, and put some I forgot now. Some stain. I put some stain in it to kind of help darken up the plastic. Scuffing it up was to help the plastic absorb the coffee ground and the stain. And we're going to see what kind of result we're going to get. I originally wanted to put it in for 3 days. I left it in for an extra day, depending on what result you want, how dark or how light in color you want the knob to be. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to check that out right now.
Hey everyone, how's everybody doing today? And thank you for stopping by the channel. My name's Larry, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a technique that I did about three and a half years ago, maybe four. I can't remember. I'm 62. And what I did was I used some sandpaper, like 220 grit or something like that. I can't remember. And it also involves a guitar knob. Now, it was supposed to be a tone knob, but wound up being a guitar knob, volume knob. We also have in a container 1.5 cups of ground coffee and some liquid stain from Stumac. If you recognize the label there, it's a vintage amber, and we're going to be using a few drops of that in there to kind of help the aging process. I used the knob and the sandpaper together for special. It helps wear the surface of the knob down to the point where the stain in the coffee grounds, the liquid from the coffee grounds, can permeate the plastic. Since plastic is porous, it will help soak up the coffee ground liquid and the liquid stain. And we're just taking a piece of 220 sandpaper and we're sanding off the shiny areas off of the knob, kind of make it a little bit duller looking. Also, depending on what look you want in the knob, and then the guitar knob, will depend on how long you stand on it. If, of course, obviously, if you stand on the knob a little bit longer, it's going to affect the aging process a little bit more. The guitar knob it's a harder plastic than usual plastics. Plus, you got the shiny areas around the sides, along the top. And like I said, depending on what look you're gonna get will depend on how long you stand the guitar knob. Now, I sometimes go overboard a little bit, but I'm really trying to get that aged look. And the first time I did this type of aging process, it took me a while. I can't remember how many guitar knobs I use to try to get the right look, the right mixture of coffee, and the right mixture of stain. Also, So it took me a little bit of time to get that right. And when you're trying to do something like this for guitar, you know, a lot of people are OCD and they want to get that particular look. They want their picture in their head. They want to get that look, that aged look, that used look. So sometimes I do go over the top a little bit. So we're going to take this guitar knob, we're going to stick it in the uh, coffee grounds here. Like I said, there's a cup and a half of coffee grounds in here. Um, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in and try to get it in there pretty good. And then we're going to stick the top back on. And once we get the top, oh, yeah, that's right. Can't forget. Now, I said a few drops, but okay. Well, no, maybe a few more. But that was just, you know, hey, you know, we'll try it and see what type of look we're going to get. So we're going to put the lid on and we're going to burp the air out of it. You want to try and make sure if you put it in a Tupperware bowl like this, you want to make sure you get some of the air out. And there you have it. I mean, that's just ready to disage for like 3 days. We'll stick it in a dark corner. We'll shake it up a little bit, try to get some of the coffee grounds around the guitar knob a little bit more. And that's it. Like I said, we'll just stick it in a dark corner for about, I don't know, 3 days. And we're going to see what we get. And I'm expecting a good look. Excuse the yellow fingertips, that's from the stain. But we're going to try to get the look that we're shooting for. And then I'll just kind of remember next time, you know, a cup and a half of coffee grounds and this many drops of amber stain. And we have it. So we're like I said, we're going to stick it away and we'll come back to it in 3 days. So here we are, 4 days after. Remember when I said 3? Well, I almost forgot about it, and there was 4. So we're going to open it up, and would you look at that? We got mold. Yes, that is mold. It may look disgusting, but hey, you know, we got to do what we got to do when we want our aging stuff. So I'm going to take this out of here. And I can already see some pretty good results. Let me try to switch this off of here a little bit. It's looking pretty good. I wish I would have had gotten a bowl of water. So, yeah, that might be a good idea. I'm going to go get a bowl of water, and I will be back in a short. So here we are. Bowl of water. Got a little bit of coffee grounds in there already. But we're going to take this knob out and we're going to soak we're just going to swish it around in warm water here to try to get as many, as many, that wasn't really good grammar, to get as much of the coffee grounds off of the guitar knob. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, we got some dark spots, some light spots in the areas that we were shooting for. I mean, like I said, when you're sanding away on the guitar knob, you're getting all that shiny area off and getting it dull, but it's looking really nice as far as I can see. It's got that parchment look to it. I mean, it's yellowed in some areas and not quite as yellowed in other areas. This is looking pretty cool. I'm liking it. I wish it was my tone knob, but I kind of spaced it. And I was like, oh, it's a tone knob. Oh, no, it's not. It's a volume knob. But that's beside the point. The point is, I think I know how much coffee I need to use and how much stain I need to use, and to let it sit for 4 days. This is looking really nice. I like it. I want you guys to drop something down in the comments. Tell me what you think that this I mean, what you think about the guitar knob. Uh, Zoom in, take a look at some of the surfaces. Look at that, where it's worn and kind of gritty. I mean, some of that's kind of like coffee grounds. I still got to get out of there, but just the look of the guitar knob, just like that, like it's been used heavily from the oils on your fingers and smoky bars and stuff like that. Because plastic, when it gets worn, it's got that dull look, and then oils and dirt stuff get into that plastic, and it turns it a color, like a yellowish color. And this is the color I was shooting for. This looks better than the knob that's on my front cassette right now. It's not as yellow, but this is the color that I was shooting for. So now all I gotta remember is this much coffee, this much stain, and sand it for this long, and you got it. It's nice. I'm liking it. Like I said, just drop a comment down there. And if you like this video, please leave me a like and hit that subscribe button, because there will be more videos like this coming up in a short while. Guys, take care.